Ethan had always been an ordinary 15-year-old, juggling school, friends, and the occasional weekend adventure. But on that fateful autumn evening, his life took a dark and unexpected turn. As he trudged home from school, a chill crept into the air, and the shadows seemed to deepen around him. He noticed a figure lurking in the alleyway, but dismissed it as his imagination. Without warning, a sharp pain pierced his neck. Ethan staggered, clutching his throat as darkness closed in around him. The last thing he remembered was a fleeting glimpse of red eyes before he collapsed. He woke up in his bed the next morning, feeling unusually weak. His neck throbbed where he had been bitten, and 2 distinct puncture marks were visible. Ethan tried to brush it off, attributing it to a bad dream, but a strange sensitivity to sunlight and annoying hunger plagued him throughout the day. At school, Ethan's condition worsened. He was nauseated by the sight of food and struggled to concentrate. His once familiar world now seemed distorted, with colors appearing more vivid and sounds more acute. He could hear the hum of fluorescent lights and the murmur of conversations with unnerving clarity. Confused and frightened, he decided to skip lunch, hoping to figure out what was happening to him. As evening approached, Ethan felt a burning sensation on his skin whenever he stepped into sunlight. He retreated to his room, where he was horrified to find that he could no longer tolerate the brightness of his lamp. His instincts screamed at him to stay in the shadows. Desperation led him to search online for answers, but the information he found was more terrifying than comforting. Everything pointed to the possibility that he was becoming a vampire. In the dead of night, Ethan's thirst became unbearable. The very sound of his younger sister's heartbeat echoed in his ears, driving him to the edge of madness. The primal hunger was overwhelming, and he found himself unable to resist the urge to feed. He locked himself in his room, trying to control the rising panic. The next day, as he ventured into his backyard, hoping the fresh air might clear his head, he encountered Lucien. The figure from the alleyway appeared before him, now fully visible and with a menacing calmness. Lucien's eyes gleamed with an unsettling knowledge, and his presence was both captivating and terrifying. "You're in the early stages of becoming a vampire," Lucien said, his voice smooth and eerie. "Your transformation is progressing faster than anticipated. You need to embrace it or risk losing your sanity." Ethan's heart raced. "What do you mean? How do I stop this?" Lucien's expression softened slightly. "There is no stopping it, but you can learn to control it. I'm here to guide you. But you must feed soon, or the hunger will drive you to madness." Ethan's fear turned to desperation as he struggled to understand the enormity of what Lucien was suggesting. The thought of feeding on someone was abhorrent to him, yet the gnawing thirst was becoming unbearable. Lucien's words echoed in his mind, and Ethan was torn between the primal urge to quench his thirst and his moral compass. In the dead of night, Ethan lay in bed, his body trembling. The sounds of the night seemed to heighten his senses, and the pulsing of veins nearby was irresistible. His reflection in the mirror revealed a horrifying sight. His eyes glowed red, and sharp fangs protruded from his mouth. The transformation was undeniable. As Ethan grappled with his new reality, he faced a crucial choice. He had to confront the darkness within him and find a way to balance his human morality with his emerging vampire nature. The struggle was not just for survival, but for control over the monstrous urges threatening to consume him. The story of Ethan's transformation was only beginning, with each passing day revealing new challenges and moral dilemmas. As he navigated the shadows of his new existence, he had to find a way to protect his humanity while embracing his new powers.